Hi and welcome to Code Zone channel. In this channel we are going to discuss on Python programming. As a first module we will start with Python uh, basics. So for this you need not install any special tool. You have a tool readily available in Google which is so called Google Colab. So let me open this tool for you. So I am going to demonstrate Python programming in this tool. So in this tool if you see you need basically a Google account to sign in. So once you have a Google account you can make use of this tool and do the programming. So that's first I will just open a new notebook. The first thing since I have already signed in it is getting into it directly for me. For you need to sign in with your Google account. So I just create a new notebook for the demonstration purpose. So a notebook is getting open. So this Google Colab is completely similar to Jupyter notebook tool which we use in our desktop machine. Since we have all the packages readily available online, so I am just directly using this tool. So you can also make use of this tool. This is one of the beautiful tool which you can work across several packages, several Python packages, machine learning, deep learning packages, etc. So the first thing I am just going to rename the file name. The file name as an extension .ipynb. So I just going to rename the file as basics of Python. So this is my first cell. So the first cell I am going to demonstrate as a startup. I am going to demonstrate you print statement in Python. So the print statement in Python 3.x is totally different from the print statement which you use in Python 2.x. So in Python 2.x you just use print statement, print as a statement, but here it doesn't work. So if I say in Python 2.x version, I will just say hello. So it will be printed, but here it will not print since it works only in 2.x. So it's getting executed, it will throw an error. So it is throwing an error, print statement. So it is used parenthesis. So I just add the parenthesis for the print statement, open and close parenthesis surrounded by the print statement. So now it's printing me a result hello. So if you want to print any text in Python, you use a print statement. The print statement followed by you have to use the double quotation within the double quotation. So whatever string you enter, whatever text you enter within double quotation will be printed as such. So I am starting with the print statement. Now I am going to getting into the variables concept. So a variable is nothing but a named storage location. So whenever I use a variable, it will be assigned a value. So as a instance, for instance, I just use age as a variable. So age is equal to I just use 18. So I just assign a default value for age. This is something assigning a default value, and I just use a name equal to Arun, age equal to 18, and just I am going to print age. So it is printing the age as 18. Again I am just going to print name and age in name is going to get printed for me. So I just want to use something like name equal name as name. Yes, similarly I just want to use age as the actual age. So name Arun, age 18. This is the way you use a print statement. So one thing, the first case you use whenever you want to print a string or a text which is given by default text or default string, you use a print statement. Inside the print statement you just use with double quotation or either a single quotation will work. So in the other way, if you want to print the result, and I will show you another example for how to use a print statement for printing the result. So this is just a basic program, you might have aware of it. It's a basic addition program that prints the result. So let me have two variables. Just use num1 equal to 20 and use a second variable num2 is equal to 30. So then just going to print the result is equal to num1 plus num2. So I just print I just use a result. So in this case I am just printing the result. So I am just printing the result as 50. So now so far we have discussed how to use a default value which is assigned to a variable, and suppose if I want to give the value at runtime, or I want to get the user input from the user and then get the value. So in that condition you are going to apply the same thing, but you are going to use a special function for getting the input. So in the second case I just use the same concept, age is equal to, so age is going to be an integer, so I have to use the data type as integer. Whatever input what I am giving, it's going to be the integer input. So input, so inside the input function, so I just going to say, I'm just going to prompt a message, enter your age. So now I am going to get an integer input, so that I am converting that to an integer. So whatever input you are getting is going to be a string. So as a result, in order to store it in a variable, integer variable, I am just converting that into an integer. Since this age is going to be an integer, I am going to convert it to an integer. So now I just going to print the age, print age. So it is prompting me for getting an input age, so I just give 29. So it is going to print 29, exactly what I am giving. So now I am going to do the second program by getting the input from the user. So I just want to change this this is going to be an integer, so I'm converting to an integer. So input, enter number 1. So second int input, enter number 2. So now I am going to execute this program and print the result. So number 1, so I just give, for instance, I just give 100,000. Okay, so just give 5,000. So the result 6,000 is getting printed. So this is how you use input output in Python. For input you just use a function called input. For printing the output you just use the print statement. So as a result you just going to convert this input string into a required data type. If you want to convert to an integer you can use int. If you want to convert to a float decimal value, a fractional decimal value, you use float. So if you want to convert into boolean or any other data type, you can use the concerned data type here. So this is how you work with input output in Python.